Okay, simultaneous equations, right? Now, in order to work out x and y here, right, you need to get, ideally, either the x is the same or the y is the same, okay? And if you've got one of those variables the same, we can then solve the equation. We can work out what x is, what y is, really simply. What I tend to do is I try and get these y's the same, right? And you know, you might be wondering, how on earth do you go about that? Well, it's quite simple actually, because what you do is, with the first equation, right here, you multiply first equation, right? The whole equation, right? You multiply it by what's in front of the y on the second equation. Okay, so you can see there's a 3 there, okay? And I know it's minus 3, but don't worry about the minus. Just multiply by the 3, right? And then the second equation, okay? Second equation, I'm going to multiply by what's in front of the y on the first equation. So I've got 4 here. Okay, so you know, it's not difficult what I've done. Just the first equation I'm timesing by what's in front of the y here. The second equation I'm timesing by what's in front of the y here. So if I do that, right, first equation I times by 3. So 3x, I times that by 3, I get 9x. 4y, times that by 3, I get 12y. 7 times that by 3, 21. Right, second equation, now let's times it by 4. 2x times 4 is 8x. 3y times 4 is 12y, of course it's minus 12y. And then 16 times 4, okay, well double 16 and 32, double it again is 64. Now I've got two equations, but you notice this time now, my y's are the same, okay? My y's are the same, and that's really going to help me. What I'll do maybe is I'll call this equation 1, and I'll call this equation 2, right? And what I'm going to do, I've got to decide now whether I add the equations or I take them away, okay? If I add them, right, the 12y's will disappear, if you think about it. Let me show you. If I do 1 plus 2, okay? So what I mean by add them, it's nicely lined up. All I've got to do is add these, right? So 9x plus 8x. 9 plus 8 is 17, so 17x. So we'll add the x's, okay? If we add the y's, 12y, if you add minus 12y, you actually get to 0, don't you? Because if you start at 12, and then you add a negative, effectively you take in 12 away, so you end up at 0y. 0y, it goes, I don't need to write it. So there's a blank there. And then add these as well. Well, add them, you get 85. So you've got yourself a nice equation now, right? Now there's a gap here, that doesn't matter. 17x equals 85. You can get x. All you do is now, think about what are we doing here to 17 and x? We're timesing, aren't we? 17 times x. So take the 17 over. So when I take it over, I've got to divide. 85 divide by 17. Okay? And you just got to see how many times 17 goes into 85. Now you don't know that, right? Okay? You don't know how many times it goes into 85, but maybe you can work it out at the side here. 17, add another 17, okay? You get to 34. I'm doing this quickly, but you know, you can take your time on this. Add another 17, you get to 51. Add another 17, 68. Add another 17, you get to 85. So it's 5 times. X is 5. Okay? And then all you've got to do then, we've worked out x. To work out y, you just need to put it into one of these equations then to work out y. It doesn't matter what equation you put it in. You can put it into the top one up here if you want. Let's put it into the top one here. Now 3x, now remember I worked out what x is. So 3x, I can say now 3 times 5, can't I? So I'm saying 3x, because I know x is 5. Plus 4y, now I don't know what y is yet, I'm going to work it out. Equals 7, so I just put the value of x in here. So little equation, 3 times 5 is 15, plus 4y is 7. Of course, with an equation then, what I would do to get y, take that 15 over, it becomes minus 15, okay, because it goes from a plus to a minus. 4y then will equal, well 7 take away 15, takes you into the negative 8. And then last step then, to get y, remember just like we did before, what are we doing here to 4 and y? We're timesing, so if I take it over, I've got to divide. And 8 divided by 4, it's just 2, isn't it? Because there's a minus there, it's minus 2. And there's our answer.